They did announce amiibo, and this is the part that shocked me.
Yeah, me too.
They didn't announce amiibo during the direct. It was
they kind of did.
It was right after the direct.
It was like a 1 cent. Well, they didn't showcase the amiibo, but they did say during the direct, and all the amiibo that you already have work just the same.
But no new amiibo were announced during the direct. So, like I do, the direct was over. I'm like, I'm taking a quick $5.
Yeah.
I go out into the lobby. I get a cup of coffee. I come in, and my team is like looking at me.
Yeah.
Like, did you see? I'm like, did I see what? And on the screen, Inkling and Ridley amiibo. And let me tell you guys, and you know I'm an absolutely manic amiibo collector. These amiibo have come so far in comparison to where we were during the first wave of Super Smash Bros. That I am just so excited to start collecting again. And it opens up the door for so many different things. So they announced that Inkling Girl, Ridley, and Daisy are getting amiibo. We didn't see Daisy, but they announced Daisy was coming. So we already have a Daisy amiibo in the Super Mario line. And it's not like it's hard to get. If I go to Walmart, they have like 5 Waluigis and a wall of Daisies.
Yeah.
And that's it. But the fact they're making one for Daisy, even though one's already there, makes me think we are either going to see, I think bare minimum, we're going to see amiibo for every single fighter that doesn't currently have an amiibo.
That's
so if you want Snake or Ice
sure.
Climber.
That is a for sure. I would stake my reputation on the fact that every character that does not have an amiibo that is in Smash will certainly get one.
The fact that they said amiibo are like functioning in this game, it would make no sense for them not to. So you should get a Snake, Ice Climbers, Wolf, Pokemon Trainer, Pichu.
Now, Pokemon Trainer is an interesting one because we already have Charizard, and Charizard is going to work differently in this game. So I can't wait to see what shape that amiibo will take.
But I thought Charizard is just part of Pokemon Trainer.
He is now. So what's going to happen when you scan that Charizard?
I'm guessing it's going to be Pokemon Trainer.
I would guess too.
But I would imagine we're going to see just the Pokemon Trainer on there and no
too.
Pokemon, and that makes the most sense to me. So we should wait. What does his trophy look like?
Because the key art does have all 3 Pokemon.
But there's
around
2
him.
pieces of key art.
Oh,
yeah. There's 2 pieces of key art because I pulled all of the images, and they have one where it's just him, and one where it's him surrounded by everybody else.
I think it's got to be the one with just him, because him with surrounded by the Pokemon, as amazing as that would be, it would be like an ultra amiibo.
What if they went? Okay, here. This is crazy talk.
I love crazy talk.
Thank you. I'm glad you do. Let's see. Can I pull this off the shelf without it falling down? All right.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh yeah, I love where you're going with this. I hope this happens.
Let's say they went Mr. Game & Watch route, where by default there is a Pokemon Trainer in the middle of the base, and on the back there's a little thing where you could slide in either a Charizard, a Squirtle, or a Wartortle. No, a Squirtle or a Ivysaur. So that's my thought.
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing if they went that route.
And if not, and you just get the Pokemon Trainer, customizers around the world unite will bring this thing about.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, the fact that Gondokris... Can you grab that one with a 3 on it? Gondokris made me this amazing Pokemon Sun and Moon custom amiibo with all 3 Alolan starters on it. And the fact that it fits on a standard amiibo base makes me think they can do anything they want.
Yeah, totally.
They could go the Detective Pikachu route.
I hope not.
Yeah, it needs to be uniform.
I like uniformity.
So, but the fact that we should be getting at least those amiibo bare minimum is making me incredibly happy. What my thought process is that we should, and at least maybe this is just me being optimistic, we should get everything.
I think so too.
A brand new amiibo for every single fighter in their brand new poses, especially that amazing Luigi pose.
Luigi is hands down the best pose out of all the new characters, and it needs to be commemorated in amiibo form so it can be permanently memorialized for all Nintendo fans the world over.
Hey, you can keep talking because I need to find
now a lot of
that
people
picture.
Are Nintendo. What they did confirm is that all the original amiibo are going to be compatible with the game. So what that indicates to me, at least, is that there has to be some sort of solution for people who didn't buy those amiibo that have been released and no longer even available on the shelves over a period of years. They need to present some way for new fans who
There they
have not purchased amiibos in the past to have a way to have their favorite character in the game. And I can't think of a better way to do it than, since they've already confirmed that they will be producing new amiibo in the line, than to produce all of the amiibo again. It might seem like an epic journey that people aren't prepared to go on, and I know lots of wallets are going to be crying. I definitely think that that's what they're going to do. Look at that Luigi.
I was afraid it was going to crash my system. For some reason, my computer is like on the verge of death right now. I love how my hair is just sticking like straight up right now too.
It's glorious.
I was going to do my hair, but then I was like in this position where like we're going to be super late. So you get what you get. It is what it is. But
this is raw, uncut amiibo, Jason. Right
absolutely now. Is. But Luigi's new Luigi's new pose would lend itself to amiibo in the best form possible.
Totally.
And let's see. I'm going to see if I can find the other Luigi amiibo. Smash. Oh, yes, I can. So, if you put these bad boys together, this is going to demonetize our stream right here. Come on. Oh, they're all like blocked. Save images. Luigi amiibo. There we go.
This is all Jason's been thinking and talking about.
I mean, if you put these bad boys together, you got the makings of a beautiful, beautiful set of amiibo. Don't you?
Yes.
Isn't that great?
It is.
It's like they were meant to go together. Somebody needs to take a nice screenshot of that before I decide to take it down. I feel like I'm just going to move him over here.
Oh, nice. Cover up the handsome me over there.
Yeah, I'm going to cover you up, and then I'll move him over here.
Jason.
All right. That's enough of that. But imagine the poses we could potentially get. And I'm incredibly excited to see.
I can't believe how much time you just stuck goofing around with those different Luigi poses.
I'm sorry.
What I really love about the Luigi pose and all of the other ones is they seem like they have so much personality.
Yeah.
And Luigi, what really distinguishes him from Mario, for me, is the first time I really noticed it, other than his different play mechanics like that higher jump and stuff like that, was Luigi's Mansion, where we got to have some idea of Luigi as the front man.
Yeah.
And he is a little bit more afraid, but yet still quite capable.
Yeah.
So this amiibo kind of gives me that sense where he's going to go in this game, he's going to fight people, but that doesn't mean he's not still a little bit timid about it.
I mean, he's a clown, and that's the best thing about Luigi, and that's why he's not a, what do they call them? Not alpha fighters. What are the ones that are...
Echo fighters.
Echo fighters. I was close.
You're very close.
I was on the military path
I gotta
there.
say, I love that they've created the Echo distinction.
Yeah.
Because I think it helps people understand that the characters that are Echo fighters are not taking up a character slot that some other character could have gotten. There was this big misconception with Smash for Wii U that, oh, why'd we have to get Lucina and Dark Pit and Dr. Mario? They just take up spaces that we could have gotten another fighter that we really wanted. But what Sakurai was saying is, no, they were characters that I was only able to make because they were built on the foundation of another character.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of time it takes to produce one... Do you remember when Mewtwo was announced?
Yeah.
And they're like, just so you know, it's going to take us like 6 months to get this bad boy ready
time
for Smash. So I would much rather
and Mewtwo was a character they'd already made.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this wasn't even totally from scratch.
I would much rather have Echo than nothing at all.
Yeah, me too. And
I mean, Daisy...
we pretty much nailed that on the head. That was exactly what we predicted for our Smash speculation
not
episode.
only predicted, but wanted.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need a Daisy with her own custom moveset.
Right.
I mean, we did talk about the potential of having, like, a Daisy who would have a horse and a tennis racket and a golf club, and that would be interesting, but I feel like that's more assist trophy territory. Mm-hmm. That's like what Waluigi does.
And she does have the golf club, because Peach did. She does have all the sports referencing moves, but by building her off of the base of Peach, which she essentially is kind of in all of the games that she's in anyway, and then giving her special moves a unique Daisy flair, that's perfect. What more could you ask for?
That's true. So from an amiibo standpoint, before we move on to anything else, what are you hoping we see from amiibo? Like, in a perfect world, are you hoping that we see an amiibo for every character? Are you hoping for any additional amiibo modes? I mean, now that we know that the figures are here to stay, which I know was our biggest, concern.
I was really so curious to see in what capacity they would be involved in the game. And now that we know...
mocked this up. Like, during an episode of Smash Switch Speculation. I don't know if some of you have seen it or not, but we mocked this up of what we thought could happen. And for me, this was like not worst case scenario, but almost worst case scenario.
Really?
I wanted figures. I didn't want cards. So I'm thrilled they decided not to go the card route. But now we know that figures are back and I can rest easy.
For me, this answers one of my big questions, and it presents another big question for me. We know the figures are here to stay because they have confirmed as much. We know the figures we already have maintain at least their original functionality, and that's encouraging and exciting to me. We don't know in what ways Amiibo functionality might be expanded.
Yeah.
And we don't know in what ways the Amiibo hype still has life left in it. So I'm really curious. Are we going to see people waiting in line again? Is Nintendo going to do a little bit of a less conservative stock this time? Are they going to flood shelves with Amiibo? Or are they going to kind of sit back and be like, we're not sure if people still care?
I think people still care. So you might know this, but I still run Amiibo News. So Amiibo News,
know that.
Amiibo News was my baby when I started it. It's still very, very important to me. And we have about 80,000 people on Twitter on Amiibo News. And the second we've been declining for a while because there was no new Amiibo announced. The Smash Amiibo were kind of the lifeblood of the channel. So after Cloudcorn Bayonetta Player 2 came out in Player 1, it was kind of like a downhill kind of thing. The minute that they announced new Smash Amiibo, we started going back up again. And now it's been consistent that we're gaining followers on a daily basis. That's because we're reporting on things people care about. Just today, somebody took a picture. The picture you see on the screen right now, both of those were taken in Paris by, I want to source this guy. So really quick.
While Jason looks that up, I just want to call out Rafael Chico's comment about Hero TJ should be added as a character with Dark TJ as his Echo Fighter.
But he is.
I love that idea.
He already is.
He is. I guess
as a Mii Fighter.
I love it. And the Mii Fighter costumes are so cool. I like how they have like the Knight's tunic and then some Spalders and some knee pads. They look so sweet.
So it was Octoboy YT. So Octoboy YT was the guy that took these photos in Paris. There's a Smash Bros, like some sort of like event going on there. So people were incredibly excited about that. I think it was like 1,000 likes on that picture, like 300, 400 plus retweets on it.
Because unlike the past few E3s, there were not actually any Amiibo on the floor. So, so we did not see them in person.
So the last couple, actually the last 3 E3s have had an amazing Amiibo display.
Right.
Just gorgeous. Yarn, Yoshi, all the Smash Amiibo, everything that a growing boy needs. And the first thing I did when I got to the E3 show floor, I'm like, where are the Amiibo?
I know.
And they had these amazing display cases with all of these like props from Smash.
Cool. All the items from the game, some key character items like Mario's hat and Link's Master Sword, my Master Sword.
And I'm like, yelling at the staff. I'm like, where's the Amiibo? And nobody has the Amiibo. I was incredibly bummed. They did have the display case on the show floor just for the treehouse.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they decided to hide it from us and take it to Paris and show them.
Probably because they knew you were there and you were not to be trusted with Amiibo.
I was incredibly sad. But, again, all I needed to know was Amiibo are coming. There's more Amiibo coming. I'll show you guys this picture next. Octoling Amiibo, I'm a lot less excited about these. Only because this is our third Amiibo 3-pack at this point. And for Splatoon, I'm over it.
You know, what's funny to me about the Splatoon Amiibo is I keep buying them.
Yeah.
And I respect Splatoon, but I'm not a Splatoon player. I don't enjoy the game, and I don't play the game. But yet, for some reason, I keep feeling compelled to get the Amiibo. And I'm not a completionist. I don't have anywhere near a complete set. But something about them keep making me get them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get those ones too, probably.
I already pre-ordered them. Am I excited about it? No.
I think that's so funny.
So I have, you guys can kind of see my Mario Brothers cabinet back here. I have a Donkey Kong cabinet right next to it. And on top, I have some Amiibo displays. I do have a Splatoon designated area, but I'm running out of room. Let's give you a little bit more real estate.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you can actually see my Amiibo store display in the background there, too.
Yes, that thing is very cool.
Which we both have one.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
That is definitely the crown jewel of the Amiibo collection.
Definitely is. because it's kind of like forbidden
It's
contraband.
forbidden, yeah.
It's the forbidden amiibo
I know.
contraband.
I love it so much. Mine's on running 24 hours a day.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, I never turn it off. I love it.
I plug it in when like if my daughter wants to play with it or something like that. But for the most, I like the neon lights.
Me too.
That's really cool too. But for the most part, I'm like, the second I became a dad, I'm now very, very aware of like electric bills, and I think it's.
You know
I think
what,
it's just something that's like part of like
I
the
actually
dad.
ran a test on it because
Yeah.
I wanted to know how much the draw was, and it did not surprise me. I guess once I found out it's like $2 a month to
Is
run
it?
it 24 hours
But
a day.
that's $2, man.
Well, because stores don't want to have expensive displays, so,
Yeah.
so it makes sense they would have found a way to do it economically, because otherwise stores wouldn't want it in there if it's going to be raising their electric bills through the roof.
They tossed these. They like flat out tossed them.
I know.
So, fun fact, I'm going to tell you guys a really quick story about a certain amiibo cabinet. I have a friend who works for Nintendo. I'm not going to say who this person is. He happened to go to a convention.
This isn't one of those uncle stories.
No,
on
this
the
is not.
Playground,
This
is
is
it?
not.
Okay.
He happened to go to a convention where somebody was selling one.
Wow.
So he went up to them and he's like, "Where'd you get that?" And the guy's like, "Excuse me?" And he pulls out his Nintendo badge. He's like, "Where did you get that?" And the guy, and he pretty much looks at the guy. He's like, "You're gonna have to give that to me." And the
Yeah.
guy's like panicking. He's like, "I'm just kidding." He's like, I don't care.
Wow.
He like absolutely terrified this guy. But you know, stores were throwing these things out.
Yeah.
Like we rescued the same thing with my Pokemon Snap Station right here. They back in the day, back in the late 90s, you could go behind a Blockbuster and pick one of these up. Nintendo either A, told stores to destroy them, or B, throw them away. So in what my opinion is, I rescued this thing from the dump.
I agree with your opinion on that.
So I will do that all day long. If they have value to somebody, somebody should have them.
If it's not destroyed, like once it's in trash, you've relinquished it from your possession. It's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But yeah, I mean, we are living in a brand new Smash Amiibo world. I'm waiting for pre-orders to go live. Amiibo News will let you know the minute these things go up for pre-order, unless it's Greninja, because I will completely miss that one.
Yes.
Because that's what I do. If they do re-release Greninja, I will miss it.
There's a track record there.
Yep. I might actually do it just for like the joke of it. I don't think a lot of people know this, but back in the height of the Amiibo days, Greninja was announced as a Toys R Us exclusive, and I assured people I will let you know when it goes live. And they announced it was going to go live. I think it was at like 4 a.m.
Some ungodly hour.
Central Time. So I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set my alarm for 2. So I'll have 2 hours to like sit in front of my desk and refresh and let everybody at Amiibo News know that it's up. And for some reason, they released it at like 12:47 a.m. And they sold out in like 30 minutes. And everybody was like, "Thanks a lot, Amiibo News."
I know. I was so surprised how much blame you got as soon as that
I'm like,
happened.
I'm really sorry I had to sleep.
Bulbasaur.
I was Bulbasaur. I had to sleep. It was heartbreaking. Not only because I let so many people down in that moment, because I let me down even more.
Yeah.
Because I wanted Greninja.
Yeah.
But then Toys R Us pretty much announced that Greninja was going to be super easy to get. So all you had to do is like go to a store.
That's
get
what
a
everyone was
pre-order.
saying, and that was not consistent with my experience. I
Yeah.
happened to be in Chicago. I lived in LA at the time, but I happened to be in Chicago, and I went to the only Toys R Us proximal to where I was.
Yeah.
Completely sold out. They had nothing. They couldn't even cover their pre-orders.
That's crazy.
So because we're 2 hours earlier in Chicago, I phoned my wife in LA, and I said, "Wife, I know you got important work things to do, but you need to stop whatever you're doing, drive over to Toys R Us in 2 hours when they open, and get me one of these Greninjas." And she was like, "I can't believe you had a hard time. There were like 40 of them here."
Yeah.